A very good evening and welcome to Primetime News here on Channel 1 MTV. I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara.
And I'm Krishni Panditharatna. We start off the news with a look at your headlines.
Protests across the island owing to the new regulations governing transportation of vegetables and fruits. Shortcomings in the distribution of GCE ordinary level exam papers. MP Gayantha Karunathilaka states that the UNP lacks discipline. And a complaint lodged with the Human Rights Commission regarding the disappearance of 2 human rights activists.
No information has been received as yet as to the whereabouts of the 2 activists of the People's Struggle movement who went missing in Jaffna recently. Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana said that Archveli police are conducting investigations into the double disappearance.
Lalit Veeraraj and Kugan Muruganandan disappeared while organising a media briefing in Jaffna on International Human Rights Day. A demonstration was held opposite the Colombo Fort railway station today, calling for their release. University students, representatives of political parties, religious leaders and the relatives of the missing persons participated in this demonstration. We are clearly stating it and you can report it if you want. Lalit was kidnapped by the army. Lalit was illegally arrested 3 or 4 times in Kilinochchi, Vaunia and Mannar. This is an organised action. We have the wherewithal to organise the Sinhalese, Tamil and Muslim people for national unity. This is being done. Meanwhile, the People's Struggle movement lodged a complaint with the Human Rights Commission today regarding the disappearance of Veeraraj and Muruganandan. When the north is under state control and heavy security, when the army is governing it, the government cannot shirk its responsibility in this regard. Therefore, we are calling on the government to immediately ascertain that they are safe and ensure their safe return. Meanwhile, the Intellectuals for Human Rights organization expressed these views regarding the disappearance at a media briefing today. A large number of abductions and disappearances have been reported in 2011. In November alone, 13 abductions were reported and only 4 people have been found. We see the freedom to express one's political views and one's religious views as a fundamental human right. Meanwhile, the Combined Association of Unemployed Graduates issued a communique condemning the alleged abduction of Lalit Veeraraj and Kugan Muruganandan. The association states that through this, the anti-democratic journey of the government has become clear and calls on the government to immediately look into the matter and secure their release. The All Ceylon Health Services Union states that through this, once again, an obstacle has been raised against building the democratic rights and freedom of the people. The union is calling on the government to take all possible measures to ensure the right to life of the 2 missing persons. Meanwhile, views were expressed regarding the disappearances at a media briefing convened by the United National Party today. The government has a responsibility when the international community is making representations regarding human rights and when they are being discussed in the country, the government is allowing these things to happen. The government has a responsibility to ensure that such a situation does not arise and to rectify it when it does arise. We are disappointed about this incident which took place when the people who were working for human rights and were engaged in political activity were abducted when travelling on the road on a motorbike.
The High Court case filed against former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca was taken up in the Colombo High Court once again today. The case was taken up before High Court Judge Sunil Rajapaksa. Colombo High Court Judge Sunil Rajapaksa decided to postpone the order on the preliminary objections until the 20th of January 2012. The defence had filed preliminary objections stating that the case filed in the Colombo High Court is similar to that filed in the court-martial. The lawyers appearing for the defence submitted 214 testimonies which were presented at the court-martial to the High Court.
A stupid minister has said that I'm having a comfortable life in prison, that I'm eating better food than them. Maybe it's the minister's house that's providing me food. I think that person must have been born in prison.
Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca was brought to a private hospital in Colombo today as well for medical treatment.
Fonseca was brought to a private hospital for physiotherapy treatment for a shoulder injury.
The development in this country is a hoax. Poverty is increasing. Small income earners cannot survive. The people should not fall for these lies. We are always with the people.
Meanwhile, a campaign to obtain signatures to secure the release of former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca was carried out opposite the Colombo Fort railway station today. This campaign was organized by the United National Party.
Time now to take a look at Action TV.
The ordinary level examinations, which are considered the measuring standard of the first 11 years of a child's formal education, commenced today. 532,000 students are sitting for the exams this year at 3,920 examination centres across the island. On Saturday, the Commissioner General of Examinations made a statement through the electronic media that measures had been taken to conduct the examination without any injustice to any student. However, on the first day of the examination, 106 students who arrived at the An-Noor Central College in Ridigama Ibbagamua in the Kurunegala district did not receive their Islam Part 1 and Part 2 examination papers at the scheduled start of the examination. The examination papers for the exam, which were scheduled to take place between 8:30 and 11:30 a.m., were received only after 10:45 a.m. However, the 106 students were kept in the examination centre by the officials. External applicants who sat for the exam at this centre received their papers at the appointed time and were able to leave after completing the examination. However, the students from the school only commenced the examination at 11 a.m. This has become a cause for students to lose hope even before the examinations start. If this continues in this manner, then all of Sri Lanka could lose faith in the examination system. On the 28th of October, the Commissioner General of Examinations expressed this view regarding the education system in the country. All this time, we have had the wrong approach to education and the time has come to correct it. The two examinations for which our students suffer so much, the ordinary level and the advanced level, have become garbage. They are not useful in life in any way. Now there is no one to punish me for saying this. I must punish myself for saying this.
මට කවුරුවත් දඬුවම් කරන්නේ නැහැ මොකද මේක මමම කියන නිසා මමම තමයි දඬුවම් කරගන්න ඕනේ මට.
It could be that there are continuing problems with examinations held by the Department of Examinations because of the views held by the Commissioner General. It is no secret, however, that those most affected by this are the students of this country. In the face of such inefficiency, can the vision of the Mahinda Chintanaya to make Sri Lanka an education hub in South Asia and a research and training hub in the world be realized? Secretary to the President, this is over to you.
Now taking a look at one of our headline stories, 40 lorries which did not comply with the new law on using plastic crates to transport vegetables and fruits were taken into police custody today. Chairman of the Consumer Affairs Authority, Rumi Mashuk, said that 40 lorries will be produced in court. Meanwhile, demonstrations were held in several areas to protest against the new rule, making it compulsory to use plastic crates to transport vegetables and fruits.
The Ministry of Cooperatives and Internal Trade announced recently that using plastic crates for the transportation of vegetables and fruits will be made compulsory with effect from midnight yesterday. Lorries that were found transporting vegetables and fruits in violation of the new law were impounded by the police in the Hangwala area. The Consumer Affairs Authority stated that 24 lorries had been seized in Hangwala and will be produced in court.
The
minister says that only 30% of vegetables will go west, but now 100% is going west. Therefore, we are requesting them to let us follow the old mechanism until a solution is provided. After farmers load the produce onto the lorry, we price it in the market. The farmers wait impatiently for the money so that they can buy their rice for that day. The farmers pay 20 rupees with the greatest difficulty to purchase even a cover for their produce, let alone a box. We come from Angulukula and Tangol. Crates are not available in those areas. There are vegetables like bitter gourd which go for a certain price, but thousands of people are suffering a loss now.
Lorries which were found transporting vegetables and fruits in violation of the new law were taken into police custody in Paliagoda.
We left at around 6 in the morning so that we can unload the vegetables at the Mani market by 12. We reached the Paliagoda bridge at around 11:30 am, but we were not allowed to proceed from that point. It was announced that the new law came into effect at 12. We came before that, but we were not allowed to go. There is a load of around 6,000 to 6,500 kilograms in the lorry. We need around 250 crates to load 6,500 kilograms into the lorry. After following the customary rituals, we harvested the first batch of cucumber, which was nearly 45 sacks. You can't keep it for more than a day after packaging it.
Democratic National Alliance parliamentarian Sunil Handunethi met the lorry owners who were arrested in Paliagoda and made inquiries about the incident. A tense situation arose at this point.
A fine of 8,000 rupees was imposed for carrying 8 papayas. On one side, the government is talking about its projects. While on the other hand, unjust measures such as these are taken. There is no debate about a packaging mechanism, but there should be a meticulous program regarding it. The farmer and those who transport the goods should be made aware. Awareness alone is not enough. The necessary equipment for transportation should be provided.
Meanwhile, both farmers and traders carried out demonstrations opposite the Special Economic Centre in Dambulla in protest against the new law. Subsequently, the protesters marched along the A9 road to the Dambulla town. The flow of traffic along the route was disrupted owing to this. Farmers and traders also carried out demonstrations opposite the economic centre in Tabuttegama. Our correspondent said that traffic along the Anuradhapura-Kurunegala main road came to a standstill. The demonstrators arrived at Queen's Junction in Tabuttegama and destroyed the vegetables in a symbolic protest against the new law. Another demonstration was carried out by farmers and traders in the Hatporua Junction in the Surivava area in Morakatia and Bilipitia. With the new regulations coming into effect, traders and farmers engaged in a discussion today at the Manin market in Petta on the prevalent situation.
I think there has been a wastage of millions worth of vegetables today alone.
The farmers and traders who converged at the Manin market in Fort today expressed these views.
2 lorries are necessary to transport the same amount of brinjals transported by a single lorry. If 1,000 lorries arrive here, now nearly 2,500 lorries will have to come into this market if using crates. There are lorries lined up here, even at 3 in the morning. There is no room to accommodate them. Because crates are not available, we don't feel like taking the goods. Crates should be done away with. No one likes it, although it comes to the market.
Following a discussion held at the Manin market in Petta, its chief organizer H.L. Chandraratna said that the farmers have been notified not to send vegetables to the Manin market tomorrow.
There is much inconvenience. There is no room inside the Manin market. The goods sent by the farmers are just lying around. Therefore, we told the farmers not to send any produce tomorrow.
However, Minister of Cooperatives and Internal Trade Johnston Fernando said that the law will be implemented no matter what the obstacles are.
This program is a boon to consumers because through research it was proved that when 100 kilos are brought, between 5 and 30 kilos are destroyed. We will implement the law to the letter. As of yesterday, we had seized 40 lorries. Consumer officials have been instructed to take legal action. We will not stop this.
Meanwhile, views were expressed regarding this at a media briefing convened by the United National Party today.
When vegetable farmers are unable to sell their produce, the government, which cannot resolve the issue, has resorted to implementing these drastic rules. The price of vegetables will definitely increase and this will affect the consumers.
මේක බලපාන තත්ත්වයක් ඇති වෙනවා.
එතකොට දැන් මේකට එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂ
UNP MP Gant Karunathilaka said that this measure was taken because the government has no money. This is foolish talk.
දඩවලින් තමයි ආණ්ඩුවක් දුවන්න හදන්නේ කියලා. ඔය මොළේ නැති කතා.